Hidden inside one of the most popular breakfast habits in the world is a mistake that millions of people make every single day without even realizing it. A meal that looks healthy on the surface can sometimes work against the very benefits people expect to get from it. Eggs are often praised as one of the most complete foods available. They are affordable, easy to prepare, packed with nutrients, and recommended by nutrition experts across the world. Yet there is an important detail that many people overlook. The foods eaten alongside eggs can make a bigger difference than most people think. In some cases, certain food combinations may reduce nutrient absorption, place extra stress on digestion, or weaken some of the advantages that make eggs such a valuable part of a healthy diet. That is why this video is so important. The goal is not to make you afraid of eating eggs. In fact, the truth is exactly the opposite. Eggs remain one of the most nutritious foods you can put on your plate. The real issue often comes from what is sitting next to them. For decades, eggs have been at the center of health discussions. Some people called them a perfect food, others worried about cholesterol. Then newer research changed the conversation once again. Today, scientists and nutrition experts generally agree that eggs can be part of a healthy diet for most people. They contain high-quality protein that provides all the essential amino acids your body needs. They are rich in choline, a nutrient that plays a key role in brain function, memory, and nervous system health. Eggs also provide vitamin D, which supports bone strength and immune function. They contain vitamin B12, an essential nutrient involved in energy production and healthy red blood cells. In addition, eggs offer healthy fats that help the body absorb important nutrients. They are also one of the best natural sources of lutein and zeaxanthin, two powerful antioxidants that support eye health and may help protect vision as people age. When you look at everything eggs provide, it becomes easy to understand why they are often described as a nutritional powerhouse. But here is where the story becomes more interesting. Nutrition is not only about individual foods, it is also about combinations. A food that is healthy on its own may interact differently when paired with certain ingredients. Scientists have spent years studying how nutrients behave inside the body. Some nutrients help each other. Others compete for absorption. Certain foods can improve digestion, while others may slow it down or create unnecessary challenges. This means that even a highly nutritious food like eggs can be affected by what you eat with them. Many people spend a lot of time choosing healthy foods, but rarely think about how those foods work together. That small detail can sometimes make a noticeable difference. In today's video, we are going to explore 3 foods that may reduce some of the benefits associated with eggs. These are not shocking or exotic foods that nobody eats. In fact, they are extremely common. One of them appears on breakfast tables around the world every morning. Another has become such a traditional partner for eggs that many people never stop to question the combination. The final one may surprise you because it is often viewed as a healthy choice. Yet under certain conditions, it can affect how your body uses important nutrients from a meal. Understanding these food pairings can help you make smarter choices without giving up the foods you enjoy. As we move through the video, you will learn why some popular breakfast combinations may not be as beneficial as they seem. You will discover what current nutrition research says about these pairings and why context matters more than fear-based advice. You will also learn practical alternatives that can help you get more value from your meals. Rather than following internet myths or outdated nutrition claims, we will focus on simple facts and real-world advice that can actually be used in everyday life. Some of the information may challenge beliefs that have been repeated for years. Other facts may reveal details that rarely appear in ordinary health discussions. There is another reason to stay until the end. Not every warning about eggs is supported by strong scientific evidence. The internet is filled with claims about foods that should supposedly never be eaten together. Some of these claims have been shared so often that people accept them as facts without checking the evidence. In reality, nutrition is rarely black and white. The truth is often more balanced and far more interesting. Near the end of this video, we will separate myths from reality and reveal several common beliefs about eggs that continue to confuse people today. Understanding the difference between evidence-based advice and popular misconceptions could completely change the way you look at your breakfast. The most important takeaway is this: eggs are not the problem. For most healthy individuals, eggs can be a fantastic addition to a balanced diet. The focus of this video is not on avoiding eggs. It is on understanding how food pairings influence the way nutrients are used inside the body. Small adjustments can sometimes lead to better nutrition, steadier energy levels, improved digestion, and a healthier overall eating pattern. The good news is that these changes are usually simple and easy to apply. So stay with us as we break down the 3 foods that may interfere with some of the benefits of eggs, explain the science behind each combination, and show you better alternatives that can help you get the most from every meal. The 3rd food on our list is the one that catches most people off guard, and once you learn why, you may never look at that daily breakfast routine the same way again. Welcome to the channel. If you enjoy clear health information, practical nutrition tips, and evidence-based insights that help you make smarter choices every day, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upcoming video. Now, let's get started. The first food pairing that deserves attention is one that looks completely normal on the breakfast table. Eggs are often served with pancakes covered in syrup, sweet pastries, donuts, waffles, muffins, or sugary breakfast cereals. This combination is popular because it tastes great and feels filling at first. The problem is not the eggs. It is the large amount of refined carbohydrates and added sugar that comes with them. Eggs are naturally rich in protein and healthy fats. These nutrients slow digestion and help keep blood sugar more stable. That is one of the reasons many people choose eggs when they want lasting energy and better appetite control. But when the same meal contains a large amount of sugar, the situation changes. Refined carbohydrates are digested very quickly. They cause blood sugar to rise much faster than protein alone. In response, the body releases more insulin to move that sugar out of the bloodstream. For many people, this is followed by a drop in blood sugar a short time later. Instead of feeling satisfied for hours, they may become hungry again much sooner. They may also notice low energy, poor concentration, or cravings for more sugary foods before lunchtime. This does not mean eggs have suddenly become unhealthy. It simply means the sugary foods have reduced one of the biggest advantages that eggs normally provide. A breakfast that should support steady energy can become a meal that starts an unhealthy cycle of spikes and crashes. A much better option is to let the eggs remain the star of the meal. Pair them with whole grain toast instead of sweet pastries. Add tomatoes, spinach, mushrooms, peppers, or other vegetables to increase fiber and vitamins. If you enjoy fruit with breakfast, choose fresh fruit in moderate portions instead of processed sweets. These simple changes allow the protein in eggs to work together with fiber and other nutrients, creating a meal that supports fullness and balanced energy for a longer period. The second food is probably the most familiar breakfast partner for eggs. Bacon, sausages, and processed ham have become traditional choices in many countries. Countless restaurants serve this combination every morning, making it seem like the perfect breakfast. Yet, this is one pairing that nutrition experts often recommend limiting. Once again, eggs are not the concern. The issue is the frequent consumption of processed meats. These foods often contain high levels of sodium, saturated fat, preservatives, and chemical compounds added during processing. Eating them occasionally is unlikely to cause harm for most healthy people, but making them part of breakfast every single day is a different story. Large population studies have found that people who regularly eat high amounts of processed meat tend to have a greater risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, certain cancers, and other long-term health problems. Scientists believe several factors contribute to this risk, including excess salt, preservatives such as nitrites, and the way processed meats are manufactured. Many people blame eggs whenever they hear about an unhealthy breakfast, but in reality, the processed meat beside the eggs is often the bigger nutritional concern. Replacing bacon or sausage with healthier protein sources can make a significant difference over time. Grilled chicken, turkey, fish, beans, or even slices of avocado provide satisfying alternatives while adding valuable nutrients. These foods complement eggs without bringing the same amount of sodium and preservatives found in many processed meats. Even making this change a few times each week can help improve the overall quality of your diet. The third food pairing surprises many people because it involves a drink rather than another food. For millions of people, breakfast is not complete without a hot cup of strong black tea. Tea contains natural compounds called tannins. These compounds are responsible for some of the flavor and bitterness in tea, but they can also affect the absorption of certain minerals, especially iron from plant-based foods. Eggs already contain proteins known to slightly reduce the absorption of non-heme iron, which is the form of iron found in foods such as beans, lentils, spinach, and many vegetables. When eggs, iron-rich plant foods, and strong black tea are all consumed together, the overall amount of iron absorbed by the body may be lower than expected. This point is often misunderstood. It does not mean drinking tea with eggs is dangerous. For most healthy people who have normal iron levels and eat a balanced diet, this is unlikely to become a serious issue. However, people with iron deficiency, anemia, pregnant women, or individuals who are already at risk of low iron may benefit from paying closer attention to the timing of their tea. Waiting about an hour after breakfast before drinking strong tea may help improve iron absorption from the meal. Another helpful strategy is adding foods rich in vitamin C, such as oranges, strawberries, kiwi, tomatoes, or bell peppers, because vitamin C helps the body absorb more non-heme iron. Water or milk with breakfast are also simple alternatives if improving iron intake is important. Many stories about eggs continue to spread across the internet, but not all of them are supported by scientific evidence. One common belief is that eggs should never be eaten with milk because the combination is unhealthy. For healthy people, there is no strong scientific evidence showing that eating eggs and milk together causes harm. Both foods provide high-quality protein and valuable nutrients. Unless someone has an allergy, lactose intolerance, or another medical condition that requires avoiding one of these foods, the combination itself is not considered dangerous. Another long-standing myth is that eggs always raise cholesterol to dangerous levels. Years ago, many people believed eggs should be avoided because they contain cholesterol. Modern research has shown that for most healthy individuals, moderate egg consumption has little effect on blood cholesterol compared with the influence of overall diet, body weight, physical activity, and genetics. What matters far more is the pattern of the entire diet rather than focusing on one food alone. There is also the belief that eating eggs every day is automatically unhealthy. Current evidence suggests that for most healthy people, eggs can fit comfortably into a balanced eating plan. The key is variety, moderation, and choosing healthy foods alongside them instead of relying on processed meats and sugary breakfast items every morning. Getting the most from eggs is often easier than people think. Cook them with small amounts of healthy oil instead of deep frying them in excessive fat. Fill half the plate with colorful vegetables whenever possible. Add whole grains for extra fiber and lasting energy. Include healthy fats from foods like avocado or a small handful of nuts. These simple choices work together with the natural nutrients in eggs rather than competing against them, helping create a breakfast that supports better nutrition and more stable energy throughout the day. After looking at all these food combinations, one thing becomes very clear. Eggs are not the enemy. In fact, they remain one of the most nutritious foods you can include in your daily diet. They provide high-quality protein, important vitamins, healthy fats, and nutrients that support your brain, eyes, muscles, and overall health. The real difference often comes from the foods you choose to eat with them. A breakfast filled with sugary pastries, sweet cereals, or pancakes covered in syrup can take away one of the biggest benefits of eggs by causing blood sugar to rise and fall quickly. Eating processed meats like bacon, sausages, and processed ham every morning may add large amounts of sodium, saturated fat, and preservatives to your diet over time. Drinking strong black tea immediately with an iron-rich meal may also reduce iron absorption for people who are already at risk of iron deficiency. None of these points mean you need to stop eating eggs. Instead, they show how a few smarter choices can help you get even more from one of nature's healthiest foods. Good nutrition is rarely about giving up everything you enjoy. It is usually about making small, consistent improvements that add up over time. Choosing whole grain toast instead of sugary pastries, adding colorful vegetables to your plate, replacing processed meats with healthier protein sources, or simply waiting a little while before drinking strong tea are simple habits that can make your breakfast more balanced. These changes do not require expensive ingredients or complicated meal plans. They only require a little awareness, and that awareness can make a real difference to your long-term health. The next time you prepare eggs, take a quick look at everything else on your plate. That simple habit could help you make better food choices without sacrificing flavor or satisfaction. Sometimes the healthiest meal is not created by adding more food, but by pairing the right foods together. If you found this video helpful, take a second to like the video because it helps more people discover practical health information backed by science. Share this video with your family and friends, especially those who enjoy eggs for breakfast every day. They may be surprised to learn that a few simple changes can make their favorite meal even healthier. And if you want more easy to understand videos about nutrition, healthy eating, and everyday wellness, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our next video. Thanks for watching, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next one.